All right, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You're watching the Trading Phoenix, where I trade live every morning in my challenge account here through Funder Pro. Link in the description. My goal is full transparency, going from nothing to becoming funded to becoming full-time in this day trading world. And I want to document the entire process so that there's something out there where people can go back and reference and see exactly what it's like to go through this process, not just the goods and the bads and all that. The whole thing, all the stuff in the middle, which is important because a lot of the times you're not trading, you're waiting, which I believe is one of the biggest parts where people fail, is the waiting part. So I come on here live every day so that you guys can see the full story. That's my goal. That's why I'm here. I hope you guys enjoy. We are about 1 minute now away from market open. Let's see if we can continue our winning streak. We had our normal Thursday morning data, which was just your initial jobless claims and continued jobless claims. Not really much change there. Not really much reaction as far as the market goes. We get that data every Thursday. So tomorrow we're getting unemployment rate. So that might have a little bit of an effect on the market, but you know, we'll take a look in a minute at see if we have any earnings today. But we got market open here in about 2 seconds. All right, so first candle, a little bearish. According to futures data and my morning updates that go out every morning, the market is bullish today, sentiment-wise. So we shall see. Looks like we're heading down to pre-market lows for the New York session. Pre-market for New York session opens at 8:30. So you can see here we dipped down to 21,654 here. Looks like we're headed for that. Let's see what kind of price action we get down here. Yeah, There we go. So a lot of times in the morning, we just we reach for some liquidity, and a lot of the times in the Nasdaq, we reach for the pre-market lows. So we dipped a little bit below that. Let's see if this continues back up to the upside here. This might have just been a liquidity grab, and then we'll continue upward. But we'll see. We got to let this play out, right? No guarantees. Obviously, everything that I say is not financial advice. I do not know what I'm talking about. I am not a profitable day trader yet, and so please don't take anything that I say with any kind of, seriousness, I guess. Do your own research is what I'm saying. Do your own research. Follow your own rules. I'm just talking out loud as what I'm thinking, right? So that's part of my process here, is just to talk out loud so that everyone can see and hear what's going through my mind while I'm going through my process of trading, right? But everybody's different, so please don't don't copy me and all that good stuff, right? All right, so we did, I don't typically like to make moves in the first couple minutes, but we're not getting like a lot of volatility this morning. And so what I am seeing here is this nice bearish candle which broke structure here, which left behind an area of imbalance here. So let's see what happens with this. So as of right now, we've filled the entire area of imbalance. Let's see if this next candle continues to respect. So what I need to see is continued respect within the area of imbalance, which we just disrespected. So I'm just going to stop talking now. This is okay though. So we got a liquidity grab, it looks like here. We left behind an area of imbalance that we disrespected. So now we can start looking for a long position based off of this area of imbalance here. So my stop loss now would go below the area of imbalance. And let's see if we can close above. We need a nice bullish candle to close above this area here, and we can look to possibly go long. If we don't get that and we continue to the downside, this area of imbalance is not valid for me now to take a trade off of, because we wicked twice above it. So I would need to see a break in the lows, the open lows here, and then another area of imbalance would have to open up for me to consider to go short here. So I can't trade off of this short wise now because we disrespected it to the upside. I can trade off of it to the upside long, but looks like we're getting some resistance here, which is fine. I just can't make a trade off of it to go short. I need to wait for another entry now. And honestly, we're getting disrespected on both sides. So I'm just going to take this out of here because it's really not valid either way now. So let's just let the first couple of minutes here continue to play out, and then we'll make a new plan. Patience is key. If we break below the opening low here, then I will look for another entry to go short, and vice versa, right? If we break above pre-market highs, then I'll look for an entry to go long. But as far as finding an entry within this area here, everything is invalid now. So that's going to be a no-go from me. So I will sit and wait. While we're waiting for this to play out here, because we're going to have a couple minutes now anyway. We need a few candles to play out to see what's going on. Let's take a look and see if we have anything big. We've got a couple of the motor companies, Mitsubishi and Suzuki, reported this morning. Both of them with beats to the upside. Pretty nice too. EPS on both of them were pretty good. Let's see what the revenue was. Revenue was down for Mitsubishi, slightly up for Suzuki though. Let's see. Volvo, miss on EPS, but a beat on revenue. It looks like we got a lot of the car companies today. I don't really care about those. Let's see. Okay, so Amazon reports market close today. So that's a big one, obviously. Affirm reports after market close. It seems like those are the two big ones today. So Affirm and Affirm and Amazon market close today. So we'll keep an eye on those later. So now we're starting to get a little choppiness. I don't like it. Let's see where we are. We're below 100 on the VVIX, so not volatility. This is just choppiness here. Let's see if it's waiting for any. Are we waiting for any other news? I mean, not really. There's some Fed speech today, but Fed Waller speaks today daily. Meh. Not really much. Let's see. Take a look at the heat map here. We're kind of like 50-50 today. NVIDIA slightly green, Apple slightly green, Intel slightly green. Qualcomm is down, ARM is down, AMD is down, Tesla's down, Palantir's up, Amazon's up, Google's slightly down. So we're all, and these are like less than 1%, most of these, in either direction. So we're really kind of just sitting, which makes sense here. Yeah. All right, so 2 more minutes. We can mark out our 15-minute open range. Doesn't really look like we're making much movement here, so let's just mark out our lows. 9:30 and 9:45 is going to be here. All right, so within this range here, unless we get a big move in the next 2 minutes, that's our 15-minute market open range. I just want to let you all know that I think I finally got my morning updates working. So right now I have a NASDAQ update and I have an S&P 500 update that goes out every morning at 9 a.m. Okay, so 30 minutes before market open. I changed it to 9 a.m. just because that allows the update to include any data that comes out at 8:30. A lot of the times there's data at 8:30, important data. So I wanted that to be in the update as well. So at 9 o'clock every morning, we're going to get an automatic update for the NASDAQ and an automatic update for the S&P 500. Those are the two that I have right now. These updates come out in my Discord. I have free Discord. I'll leave the link, the invite link in the comments. I gotta add it to the description for these lives too. I'll add it there. We're getting some movement now in the market. So what the updates include is market sentiment. You get a support level, you get a resistant level, and those are based on the previous 5 days. So they're going to be a bigger range. You get pre-market movers within those. So you get pre-market movers for NASDAQ and pre-market movers for S&P, which might end up being the same a lot of the times because they do follow some of the same bigger stocks. You get any economic events for the day and then notable news for the day. All right. And the way I set those up is economic events is like medium to high as far as impact for the market. So we should be getting things like job data, CPI, PPI, that kind of stuff, right? FOMC. So you'll get all that stuff, okay? That's a free update that goes out every morning at 9 a.m. within my Discord. So if you guys want to be a part of that, please join the Discord. It's free. And I'm going to be continuously adding this kind of stuff within the Discord so that you guys are getting as much value as possible for being a part of the community. All right, so we just knocked this range out of the park here. All right, there's our 15-minute open market range. Yeah, so those updates seem to be working so far. We'll be keeping a close eye on them and making any tweaks that I need to. If there's anything that you guys think that might be worth adding to the update, please let me know. I'll do that. And I will be adding additional updates as well. So right now we have NASDAQ, we have S&P 500. I'd like to add crypto. And then I don't know, any other ideas that you guys have, just hit me up either in Discord or in the comments for these videos, and I will look into it for sure. I want to bring you guys as much value as possible. So I'm constantly looking into things to add to the community that you guys can use in your trading every day. So nice bullish candle here, breaking structure, followed by another strong bullish candle. We do have, well, yeah, I mean, I guess you could call this area here an area of imbalance. Let's see if we fill this. Arm is continuing to move down. All right, so that area of imbalance there was just disrespected. I mean, just barely, but rules are rules. We wicked out of it, so I don't like it. I don't like the setup. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. This looks more like a liquidity grab than what we had before, right? Huge pump up with followed by a pretty quick pump back down. We'll see. We'll see which way we go. I guess I'll have to separate the updates for crypto in order to get those in order to get a support and resistance level. I'll have to do specific projects. So maybe I'll just do the two big ones. Maybe I'll just do Bitcoin and Ethereum. We'll just have a Bitcoin and Ethereum update like we do, NASDAQ and S&P. I'll have to do it that way, I think. And then, yeah. And we'll have to, you guys let me know what other morning updates you would like. All right, heading back up and testing the market open range. Okay, nice. So now what I'm seeing, we made new highs on the day. Nice strong bullish candles here, depending on how this one closes. But nice, I like that. So let's mark out this is an area of imbalance now. 1, 2, 3 candles, made new highs in the right direction, bullish. Beautiful here. Let's see if we can come back in and fill most of this. We'll look to take a long position with the stop loss below the area of imbalance. In this particular case, I'm okay if it doesn't fill the entire area, but actually this is pretty good here. So let's see if we respect this area of imbalance here. We're basically retesting. Nope. Yeah, that invalidates that. Yep. And that's why we wait for candle closes. That's a huge I mean, that was just quick, right? So let's get rid of that. That's invalid. Now we'll look for another entry. This was a really nice setup if we had respected here, right? You have a nice bottoming tail here. You had a strong bullish candle right afterwards, followed by an even stronger bullish candle, another bullish candle. So this 1, 2, 3 bullish candle here set up, making new highs, leaving behind an area of imbalance is like the perfect setup for this strategy. But you have to have respect here within this area of imbalance. If you get a candle that even wicks outside of this imbalance area, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So we completely disrespected this area of imbalance, which means there's no entry here. And some people might say, oh, you can use this, inverse, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, for me, though, is I trade with the trend. So I'm not looking for shorts right now. There's clearly an uptrend so far. So unless we get a reversal, which for me would have to be making new lows of the day for market open, I'm going to be looking for long positions. The trend is your friend, so stick with the trend, right? So I don't play these inverse things unless we have a reversal, which we do not. We're still If I drew a trend line here, we're still respecting this upward trend. We're making new highs. We're still making higher lows. So for me, I'm not looking for shorts here, and that's from experience. I've tried to catch reversals. I can't even tell you how many times, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So stick with the trend. Right now, the trend is up. Okay. It doesn't mean that it won't change later on, but right now the trend is up. So you're looking for entries to go long. If this changes and we get a complete reversal, then you can look for entries to go short. But stick with the trend, okay? And it's up right now. I don't use trend lines to trade because I've tried that too, and it doesn't work. The only time I've seen trend lines actually work is if you're swing trading and you're trading on the 4-hour or day chart. Trend lines work then with rules, but in a minute chart or 5-minute chart, I don't trade trend lines because time and time again the trend line is broken, and we move a little bit further down, but then we reverse right back to the original direction that the market was moving. So if I'm using trend lines here, it's literally just to say, hey, this is an upward trend. That's it. So I'm looking for longs. So now we may be making a lower low here, but in order for this to be a lower low, we need a lower high first, right? So nothing here is giving me any kind of, oh yeah, I'm going to get in the next candle or two. There's nothing here. So we're still, if you drew a trend line here, we're really still, yes, okay, we broke and closed, but that doesn't mean that this candle isn't going to come right back above it, right? So the trend line thing in the smaller charts for me doesn't work. And I simply use them just to see what the trend is. But I mean, you don't need a trend line to show you that this is an upward trend, right? Now, if we make a lower high here, then we can start to think maybe we are getting a reversal. It's not a reversal yet. Not in my eyes. I mean, a lot of times the market will move right back down to the opening lows or highs and then continue back the other way. So this means, this here means nothing to me as far as changing the direction for today. I need to see a break and close below with a retest and then a continuation to say, okay, we changed directions. Then you can start looking for a short. But otherwise, you don't know if we're just going to stop here and then continue back up. You don't know if we're just trading sideways today. You don't know any of that. So without any of that information, you can't really make any trades in the middle here, right? It's not a good place to be making trades, because what are you targeting? And where are you putting your stop loss? And if you look at the larger charts, like let's take a look at the 4-hour here while we're waiting for this to play out. Draw a trend line. We're still in an upward trend here, right? Even if we come back down to the lows, this is still part of the trend, right? So what does that mean? That means we can come all the way back down here. This is actually right here. We can come all the way back down here, bounce off, and then head right back in the other direction, right? So you just don't know. So you just stick with the rules of your strategy, you know. On the day chart, very, very long-term upward trend here. So the overall trend is up, or if you want to, you can call it sideways. The 4-hour chart is just sideways. This is consolidation, right? You look at this here, it's consolidation. You have strong support in this area here, right about here, okay? And you have a strong resistance, I would say. Put it right here. Let's take a look at the update that went out. Let's see what we have for, so resistance level 21,846. Let's put this on the chart here, 21,846, which is right there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 21,004. 21,004. Right about there. Boom. I mean, that's it right there, right? Hey, my morning updates are working. That's the bigger overall support and resistance. All right. So we wait. So we wait. Looks like the snow. So it's snowing here. It's supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches, which is nothing. I know it's only February, but I'm over it. I want summertime. Bring back summertime. I want to sit by the pool with my laptop and do this. You know, that's what I want. Nobody cares what I want, though. I care. So if you drew this out right here, in the short term, we have a little support right here, which we're looking like we're getting a little bounce off of. Yeah. It was a support in earlier sessions today. It broke through. It became a resistance for the pre-market New York session. We broke through here very strongly, and now we're coming back and basically retesting what was resistance and is now a support. It was a support earlier today too in previous sessions. So this could be a nice pivot point here. So let's see what we get here. Again, right? Still an uptrend. So now we got a little support here. If we hold this support, let's see if we can break structure, and then we can look for an entry to the upside still. Now let me leave that link for my Discord in the comments while we're waiting here. Copy. Let me know if this is actually going in too, because I tried to look back And I didn't see any comments in there from me. So let's let me add this here. How does that look? There you go. All right, the link to the free Discord, which has these morning updates and stuff, and it's a new Discord. There's only a couple people. Let's build this community together, and I will continue to add value as much as I can for you guys. All right, let's see what we got. I want to see if that comment went through. It doesn't look like it's going through. Oh, look at that. So nice. Strong bullish candle, break in structure here. Here's 1, 2, 3. Let's get a 1, 2, 3 here. So far, we have a nice area of imbalance here. I'll have to figure out that comment thing. Nice. Nice push. So let's lay this out here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Okay. I like it. I like it. Testing highs of the day. When I say highs of the day, I mean highs of market open. I don't really count the previous sessions. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get a pullback into this area here. We might not. If we don't get our pullback here and we continue to the upside, then we'll wait for another one to pop up. See how much momentum we have here. The bulls are trying. There you go. Make new highs. I doubt that we're going to get a pullback now into this area. It doesn't mean that this isn't valid. This is still valid. unless we don't make a new one up here, then we might. I like the fact, though, that we made new highs. Gives me even more confidence that we are going to continue with an uptrend so far. This looks good here. We got some nice volume still. We have a little area of imbalance right here too. I'd rather see it come back and fill this one. Either way, I just wanted to come back and fill one of them so I can get an entry. I mean, we're looking pretty good. And then what are we looking for? We're at 21,749 right now. We might be looking for that overall resistance of, what did we say before? The 21,846. We'll see. We are starting to slow down a little bit here. You can see the little decrease in volume, smaller candle bodies, which is fine. Let's get that pullback and let's get an entry. Or we can just keep pushing to the upside. That's fine too. Again, this is the part that I wanted to show people, right? This is the stuff right here that nobody shows you. Nobody puts out little videos, shorts, whatever, about waiting. Nobody does that, right? The only videos you see out there are the winning trades. Sometimes some people put out their losing trades too. Great. But that's not the success. This part right now, waiting hours, okay, sometimes for the right entry to get those trades is the part where people mess up because they can't wait. They can't control the emotion. They can't control their patience. And they feel like they have to be trading, right? Feel like they have to be in a trade in order to be successful. And then they see these moves and they're like, oh, I can't believe I missed that move. I don't want to miss the next one. So let me get in somewhere that doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe you rationalized it in your mind, but it wasn't actually right. And I'm saying all this is because this is what I did and sometimes still do. All right. But when I sit and do nothing, okay, when I sit and do nothing is when my account grows. Every time. Every time. When I go back into my journal, all my losing trades were trades that I did not follow my strategy on because my emotions got the best of me, because I was already sitting here for an hour or two and moves were made, but there were no entries to get into those moves. So now I feel like I'm missing out. That's the stuff that runs through everybody's head, right? It's not just me. And that's where people blow accounts. That's where I blew my accounts every time. Every time. And nobody shows this part of trading. Nobody shows this part of trading. If I've read this many times in many different trading books from many different professional traders. They all say the same thing. Less is more. Less trades means more success. If you're not bored while trading, you're not doing it right. It's the same message over and over and over again, just spoken in different words. But if you can understand that you have to wait for the A plus setups, okay? And sometimes there are days where it doesn't give it to you. In order to become successful in this trading game, okay? You cannot force trades. You can't. You got to wait for your entries. And that was one of the biggest hurdles that I had to get over. And to be quite honest with you, I'm just getting over. All right? I've blown countless accounts. And when I reflect back on what happened, why did those accounts, fail, it's because I did not have patience with my strategy. Every time. It's the one commonality. So if you can overcome the urge to be in the market all the time, and strictly follow your strategy, period, you'll be successful. I mean, you'll be successful. But that's what it takes, and it's hard. It's hard, especially if you put pressure on yourself. So if you had already quit your job, or maybe you don't have a job, or you're counting on passing a challenge or making the money, this and that. Like, all of that weighs on you while you're trying to make your split-second decisions in the market. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that mindset. This is not a get rich quick thing. It isn't. I don't care what anybody says. Some people get lucky, but that's what it is. Luck. If you want this to be sustainable and long-term for you, you can't do it with luck. That's my rant for Thursday. And I say this because I did it. I did it all. I'll show you guys all of the accounts that I failed, all of the challenges that I failed. I'll show them to you. It was a lot. And every single one of them was because I did not control my emotions, and I overtraded, or I got upset that I lost, and then I revenge traded, and none of those trades followed my strategy. Or it's been days since the strategy gave me an opportunity, just because the market had been volatile. Whatever the excuse may be, at the end of the day, I was not patient enough to wait for the A plus setups. And the more you take your B and B minus and C setups, the more chance you get you take in losing, right? If I follow this strategy to the T, it's an 80% win rate. That's based on my back testing. That's based on me going back and actually trading in replay, not just back testing on an algorithm, on a machine that does it for you. No, I'm talking about me spending countless of hours in replay trading this strategy, okay, and then documenting that. And it's an 80% win rate. That's really good. That's probably one of the best win rates out there for a strategy. But it's like one, maybe two opportunities a day. And some days there are no opportunities depending on the volatility. That's the strategy. Takes a lot of patience. Takes a lot of patience. Like I said, I'm not telling you that because I'm some pro, because I'm not. I'm telling you because I've made that mistake over and over and over and over and over again. And if you get anything out of today's live or whatever, be patient. Be patient and don't let your emotions control your actions and make decisions for you. If you become successful in day trading, it's because you became a better person, which is crazy. All right? But that's true. That's true. All right, so we are getting a very bearish candle here. Looks like we rolled over here a little bit. But look at this. This area of imbalance that I marked out here, this one's invalid, saying bye-bye. Look at this. Let's see if we continue to get support here. We're still in an upward trend. So if we don't, spoke too soon. If we didn't disrespect this here, then you can look for a long based off of this area of imbalance here, but we just disrespected it. And my rule is, even if we wick out of it, and it doesn't matter if it's just a little bit, it's invalid. I don't trade off of it. Goodbye. All right, so now what we have here is break in structure. 1, 2, maybe 3. Let's see what we get here. Snowing again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We left behind a very large area of imbalance here. I'm going to mark this out. And I'll tell you why in a second. I'm not using it as a short because we have not had like an actual reversal here yet. But we now can use this as an inverse, okay? So if we come back in here and we disrespect this to the upside, I will use this to go long because the trend is still up, okay? For now. This really doesn't make any difference to me anymore. It's a very simple strategy. Very, very easy to learn. I'm chatting with ChatGPT, working on getting these updates while I'm waiting. It's one of the things I found out, for me anyway. If I'm waiting for entries or for things to play out, I do something else. That way, I'm not just staring at this. Because if I'm just staring at this, then the urge for me to get into a trade grows, right? Versus if I just plan something out in my head and then I divert my attention to something else, it lets the time pass, and then I don't have this urge to, I have to get in the market. That's what works for me. You guys find out your way, but try not to be so focused on the chart if you're waiting for something to play out, right? Because that urge to be in the market will grow in you, until you can get to a point where you just don't care. You just wait for your setup, and that's it. I can hear my 3-month-old son out there chatting up a storm. He enjoys his voice. All right. Let's see what the GPT says. Using CoinGecko. Okay. That makes sense. You don't even have to know anything about, coding anymore these days. These AIs, they just spit out these scripts for you, and you just copy and paste it. It's pretty cool. I already have that installed. Beautiful soap 4 requests. I did that already, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's try it out. Let's try to add an update for Bitcoin. Nice. Let's add an update channel. Beautiful. All right. Now let's make one for Ethereum. So you can see here we are re-entering this area of imbalance here. But again, for me, I'm looking to take a long off of it, right? So I'm looking for it to disrespect to the upside. If it doesn't, then we can start waiting for it to for a reversal to form. But you can see here, overall, we are still in an upward trend here, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Perfect. So let's get a disrespect here. It would be great. This would be a wide, more risky, because your stop loss is going to be, you know, way down here. Your entry is going to be up here somewhere. It might be a little too much for me, for my liking, to be honest with you. I don't know that the RR would be there for that. I suppose if we do get a disrespect here and we get a decent enough pullback here, I don't know. See, I don't know. Our volume is decreasing as we're pushing up here. I mean, that's really nice there, but again, way too much of a range here for a stop loss. It's no good. Our volume did come up a little bit. Let's see if we yeah, this is just too much of a range here for me. Because what are you targeting? You know, previous highs? Oh my goodness. That's a good thing I didn't get in. Hey now. See? Wow. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? What is going on here? What we got news or something? What's happening? I don't understand. We didn't get any data. I don't see anything as far as news. I don't know. I don't understand what the hell just happened there. We definitely not trading that. Wow. Wow. Who just dumped on the market? That's crazy. I don't know. I don't see anything. We're just coming right back up here. That's crazy. Boy, am I glad I waited. Huh? I just didn't like it was too big of a range for a stop loss. Like your RR was there's no good RR there on that, and it's a good thing I didn't take that. Because like boom, I mean this just took out. I can't how many stop losses did this one candle just take out? Right? Man. Might be looking at a reversal now. Nice. All right, we got our updates working. Let me just make sure they go out every day at 9 a.m. Daily. Let's do the same thing and do beautiful. Nice. Okay, so as of right now, every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, see if we're continuing low here, because now we're making lower highs, lower lows. So now we might be getting a reversal here. Okay, so now what we're going to look for, I would like to see a break below market open low. That'll be confirmation for me that we might have some continued downside here. And then I will start looking for a short entry. It might only be one entry today if it gives it to me. So we'll see. Okay, while this is playing out, so every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, New York time, in my free Discord, we're going to get a free NASDAQ update, a free S&P 500 update, a Bitcoin update, and an Ethereum update. All of them include market sentiment, support level, resistance level, which is based off of like the previous 5-ish days. So you're going to get the larger support and resistance level. You're going to get market movers, or in the crypto ones, trending cryptos, okay? The day's economic events, and then notable news. You're going to get that in each one, okay? Every morning, 9 a.m. New York time. So 30 minutes before New York session opens, you're going to get those updates. Eventually, what I'm going to do, and if you guys think of anything else that you want update-wise, something that it might help you, or something that you use every day, if you want it all consolidated into one place, into this community that I'm building here, let me know, and I'll work on adding it, okay? As long as it makes sense for the majority of the people. What was I going to say? What I'm going to do is eventually work on creating roles that you guys will be able to assign to yourself if you want to get a notification for these updates. All right, so I'll create roles for these updates. I'll do a self role thing for you guys that you can go in and click on whichever ones you want to actually get notifications on. All right, nice and easy. That way nobody's getting bombarded with notifications all day long. But if you want the notification, we'll do that so that you can set that up for yourself. Cool. I like how this is turning out so far. I like it. Now let's see if we can get a trade today. We're only 24 subscribers away from hitting 100 subscribers. Guys, thank you so much for that. I appreciate all of you. If you want to continue to support and help, share, like and share, invite some other people, join the Discord. Let's continue to build this community and grow, learn, and become successful together. And then we can help others do the same thing. I'm going to hang out for about 10 more minutes here, guys, in the live. Let's see if we can get any... it looks like we're getting support at the market open low here. So this is like a sideways trading day, I would consider. Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, we only got about another hour here before volume starts to dwindle out here. So if we don't get any moves here in the next 10 to 20 minutes, then I might call it a day today. There's no need to force any trades. We didn't have any great entries. Definitely no A+ setups here today. So I feel good about following my strategy today to the T. I didn't miss anything. I was prepared for all the ones that look like they were going to play out. I waited for candle closes. They didn't play out, or they didn't fulfill the rules of the strategy. And I didn't take any trades that turned out to be red. So that in itself is a win. So good with it. Let's see if we can make lower lows here. It'd be really nice, and then I can hopefully start looking for an entry for a short. But until that happens, we got nothing. Is it weird that I enjoy the conversations I have with ChatGPT? Hmm. It doesn't look like we're going to get much here. And honestly, at this point, with what has played out so far, I don't really like anything, short or long here. If I was going to go long, I'd need a setup down here somewhere to target previous highs in order to get the proper, RR for that. And as far as going short, that's non-existent until we make lower lows on the day. So we're just trading sideways right now. This is just consolidation. I don't know what this was right here, but yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. Once again, I appreciate all of you. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button for me. I really, really appreciate it. Like, share, turn on notifications. I come on here live every morning trading in my challenge account so that you guys can see every aspect of going from zero to funded, profitable, and becoming a full-time trader. Full transparency here. I want to make sure that everybody understands the good, the bad, and everything in between as well. Something that really nobody shows out there. So I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great day.